Here we go.
I think I'll like it.
I bet you will.
Hello, your cat.
I love my cat too. Well, I love both of my
What's
cats.
up, fanboys and fangirls? Welcome back to another live episode of the What the Fanboy podcast and show, whatever we are. My name is Luke.
Did Luke forget what we were?
I often forget what we are.
This is Mr. Tyler. I always forget what we are. What did we talk about last week?
What are we doing? We're doing introductions? Yeah, I'm Tyler.
Do I need to start over?
This is the beautiful Brett Eitzen
Hey everyone.
in the flesh. Sorry.
It's me.
I forgot what we were doing.
We're in a slightly different place.
I think
this
that's
week.
the problem.
That's true. Here, I'll say this. To some people, we're a show. To some, we're a podcast.
That's true.
And to us, we are What the Fanboy.
We're just weird.
I think my seat got lowered. Who did this?
It's possible. I also may have moved the seats incorrectly when I rolled them from the other room.
Want to trade?
Nah,
Hopefully, if you're listening to the podcast version of this,
Thanks,
you
Tom.
won't even notice that we're in a slightly different location. Although there is like a furnace, like 6 feet that way. So
Can you hear it?
I don't know. I mean I can hear it. I don't know if they can hear it. But obviously, yes. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can see we're not in. Well, maybe you don't know. I didn't paint the studio wall black, although I might.
I kind of like the contrast.
We're just out in the living room right now. Yeah. Kind of temp set up while we
Don't tell
demo.
people we're in
How
there,
come we
buddy.
don't have the fire going? I know it would be a lot warmer, but
Ooh.
it would be romantic.
Can I just pound drinks out of your fridge the whole time?
Yeah, man. Here.
I'm just... Sorry.
What are we doing?
What have we been doing is a better question.
That is a good question. What have you guys been doing?
I did a lot this week.
You go then.
I'm going to go first.
Do
So
it.
the first thing I did is I watched 13th. This has kind of been recommended to, I think, everyone, given the current climate we're living in,
Yes.
have been living in. It's pretty eye-opening. It's brutal to watch because you kind of realize how wrong things have been. Like my eyes were kind of opened to stuff I just didn't know was going on.
Yeah.
Which I think is the important part of watching it, is to educate yourself. It was kind of crazy. There's a scene where they're kind of showing some companies that are a part of supporting like mass incarceration.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of them are vendors I work with. One of them is very big here in Kansas, and that's Pfizer. It was just kind of mind-blowing to see it and be like, oh my gosh, I can relate to that. The other big one here in Kansas was Coke.
Yeah.
Coke's a supporter of it. So it was just kind of crazy to, see that it's literally everywhere. And right here in Wichita, which kind of seems pretty innocent compared to other places I've been. It's pretty wild. But it's a booyah, and I think everybody should watch it because I think everybody needs to learn about the side of history that has not been told.
Yeah.
So, highly recommend it. I also watched Sinister. This is a Scott Derrickson horror movie. It is he did Exorcism of Emily Rose, right?
Yeah.
That's a much better movie. Sinister was fine. I give that one a Matthew McConaughey. My two biggest complaints about the movie: there's way too much ambient sound. Every scare is tipped off by it. He doesn't use it, like, it's not used effectively to not scare you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
can see
used
that.
to like build up to every little thing that's going to happen. So like when it happens, you're like, yeah, when the sound started 5 minutes ago, I knew it was coming.
Right.
So that was kind of annoying. And then the other problem I have with it is it's just too dark. Like, visually. Like, half the time I couldn't see Ethan Hawke. Like, I just feel like every frame, he's either in a dark room or he's walking around his house with no lights on. I'm like, I can't. I get it's supposed to be scary, but I can't see you, so I don't know where I'm supposed to look. But other than that, I thought it was good. There's a lot of fun there. The story's interesting. I thought the idea of how it all works is pretty unique with the houses. Mm-hmm. I thought that was really cool. I was like, oh man, this makes for good stuff. They could do like a TV show on this, but they won't ever do that.
No.
So yeah, Matthew McConaughey on Sinister. Then I watched The Witch, which is Robert Eggers' first movie, right? I don't think he's done anything besides that in The Lighthouse.
It may be, I think it's probably his first feature.
His first big one.
Big one, yeah.
That movie is awesome. Highly recommend it to anybody who likes, I don't know, I guess horror movies, but more psychological thrillers. Because it's definitely more of a psychological movie. I give that one a fanboy worthy. I can't really talk about it without spoiling it. I feel like it's kind of hard to.
It really is it's very hard to talk about without giving things away.
Only thing I'll tell you: 1600s, witches, and Anya Taylor-Joy is great. Sign her up for anything she wants to be in. She's incredible. And I think the whole cast is really good. The kids did a really good job. And then, so that's fanboy worthy. Sorry, trying to move quickly. I watched The Platform. I'd seen a lot of stuff on social media about this one. Have you seen? It's a foreign language film. I think it was made in Spain.
I saw there was one day where everybody was tweeting about it.
Yeah, like Rotten Tomatoes put out a statement on it. And it's like I don't know. It's a really interesting concept. So basically, it's this vertical prison of 200 stories, and when you go there, like some people go there for like murder or just like petty crimes, and then some people volunteer to go there. So the main character you're following, he goes there because he wants to quit smoking and he wants to read Don Quixote. So he's like, I'll sign up for a 6-month run in here, and that way I can get over the bad habit and read this book. And you get a roommate and you stay with that roommate the whole time you're there. But you get put on a floor in this vertical prison, and essentially when you go in, they ask you, what is your favorite food? And they'll put it on the menu, is what they say. Well, what they mean by the menu is the platform. And at the beginning, you eat once a day, and you have about 3 minutes to eat. And they put all the food of every person in there's favorite meal is on the platform. And they send the platform from the top to the bottom. So all 200 levels. And so it's a commentary on society and how people at the top take more than they need. And so by the time it gets so low, people don't have food. And so people start going crazy and killing each other and eating each other. And it gets wild. But every month you get gassed and you wake up on a different floor. And it's totally random. So sometimes you could be floor 6, sometimes you could be floor 194.
Interesting.
And you have to survive for a month on that floor. It's really interesting. It's a really good movie. If you can handle the gore and because it's kind of bloody and some of the stuff's pretty gross. If you can handle it, I think it's worth a watch. I don't know who the actors are. They're foreign language film movie stars. They're really good. I would recommend it. I give it a fanboy worthy. Honestly, it was the most interesting movie I watched outside of 13th. Just because one, foreign language movies are kind of they deal with different issues than we're used to seeing in our movies. And two, it's just an interesting premise. Like, it's a really kind of dark look at society as a whole.
Wow.
But it's really good. And it's on Netflix. Watch it in its normal language with subtitles.
Yeah.
Because the dubbing, I watched about 30 seconds of it and I was like, nope, can't do this.
Sometimes
subs,
the dubbing just not.
You just don't
overdubs.
You just don't get the emotion that the characters and actors really put into their performance, and I think it's important to really get the full effect of the movie.
Yeah.
So fanboy worthy on The Platform. Definitely think you guys should watch it. I think you guys would really like it.
We'll do. Put it on the list.
Please watch it. I just want to talk to people about it because it's mind blowing. Then I played Session. It was a free trial on Xbox. It's a skateboarding simulation game. It was fine. The controls suck. I finished Community Season 1.
Nice.
I really like that show. It's awesome.
It's really funny. I'm going through it also.
Yeah,
I'm about halfway through Season 2.
Nice.
So good.
The paintball episode was great.
Yes.
So my favorite part is, like, I'm an avid paintball player. I think we've kind of alluded to that on here. But like in the paintball episode, there's a line where it's like, I'm one of those douchebags who brings my own equipment to the field. And like most people would be like, oh, that's kind of messed up. But I was like, yeah, that's so true. Like, I'm 100% that guy. And I loved it. I thought it was awesome. So yeah, Community is great.
I'm
Still
glad
on
you guys
that
are
train.
watching that.
Dude, it's so good.
So good.
And then I played Destiny. I got Bad Juju yesterday.
Yes. That's coming.
So that was fun. Luke helped me run it.
That's right.
Brett was absent this weekend from Destiny.
I did play.
I know-
I played a little last night. I don't know if you saw me on.
I did. I didn't play last night.
Yeah.
I got home late from softball, but I'm
Uh-huh.
sure you were playing something else too.
Well, yeah. So real quick though, I did play Destiny. Did that Last Wish raid, and I didn't get 1,000 voices. Of course, I didn't. get it.
Did you do it legit, or did you do the
oh
the
my
Witherhorn hack?
No, so we didn't use Witherhorde. We tried to do it legit. This was mostly the raid group that we did
Originally?
2 years ago. 2 years ago, almost.
That's
now.
why they didn't raid with us.
And quiet, you two. And so we tried to do
I
it
said
legit.
nothing.
We tried to do it legit for about 3 hours, and
This is when he says he cheesed it.
and then we were like, we were so frustrated by then that we were like, well, we at least want a shot at 1K. So
And you did the whole thing?
no, we just did Riven.
Oh, okay.
They gave in to
We did
the
Riven.
cheese.
We did Riven 3 hours attempting to do it legit. Couldn't get it.
Without Witherhordes.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Just with our, yeah, and yeah. So then we did. I think the sword cheese took us 2 times to do. 'Cause
Nice.
A couple people hadn't done before.
Yeah, it takes a second to figure it out.
But yeah, so it's still fun. It's still a really fun encounter, even doing it.
The
like-
cheese way?
No, doing it legit, but not getting.
Oh,
it.
not beating it.
At 12 o'clock at night on a Sunday. You're
You
like
just kinda
like I just can't. I can't keep going. Anyways, yes. So the big news is that other than that, I didn't really do much.
I got the Recluse this weekend.
Nice.
I forgot to mention that.
Nice. Except that I did one really, really cool thing.
Let's
and
hear it.
That is I got a review code for the game Disintegration.
What?
I have a shirt repping here.
Launch day.
Launch day. Today.
Launch night. Launch day.
Evening.
Well, depending where you live, it's launch day.
Right. So if you're fortunate enough to live in New Zealand or Australia, you got to play it at like 9 this morning.
Nice.
So it's a rolling launch. But yeah, real quick, I'll pull up my notes. So I'll say that I primarily got to play I played through the entire campaign, and I played a little bit of multiplayer. They had some like select times when you could get on and play.
Oh, nice.
Other than that though, like the servers were pretty empty. So most of what I'm going to say is just about the campaign, and you can read my full review over at whatthefanboy.com.
I read it.
Plug.
I read it as well.
Plug.
Shameless plug. I really like this game, and this probably doesn't surprise anyone. I've been hyping it up for a while, and so it would have to do some pretty. It would have to be really disappointing for me to be really disappointed by it. But this is a 30-person team made this, so that's not indie small. You know, there's games that are made by less than 5 people, but it's also not like Bungie. It's not Destiny, who has 500 plus employees, or Halo.
It's not a 10-story building dedicated to
Not in the heart of New
one
York.
Call of Duty game.
right.
The other building is to the next one.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
building just works on menus only.
And what's really cool when you beat the game, you scroll through the credits and you see kind of what everyone did. Sometimes credits can be like kind of a slog. Like there's a ton of names and there's no way I'm gonna read everyone. Like everyone gets their little moment in there. And
That's
you can
really cool.
see that the guy who's the creative director and the president of the company also worked on code, and he worked on art assets.
That's
and
so cool.
So you can see how everyone worked on different things, and a lot of that love to the IP, to the game is pretty evident in while you play it. I think it's gonna get. I'm not gonna bore you with my whole thing, but I think it's probably gonna be unfairly compared to games like Destiny or Anthem, mostly because it has that high level of polish that you expect out of those games. But in other aspects, you can just tell that it wasn't made by as large of a team. There's kind of this hub world it's not a world, this hub area after each mission where you can go and talk to characters and get a little backstory or pick up.
Do you walk or
pick up challenges? You walk.
Okay.
You walk, and there's things like, oh, like this walking doesn't quite feel as good as piloting, and I think it's because they probably based the walking code off the grav cycle. That's the main movement code, right? And so it's like, I feel a little floaty. I wonder why. Or
I'm jealous.
Like
I wish I could float.
That area, doesn't have a lot going on. It's not like Destiny's Tower where you have NPCs, walking around doing things. It just kind of feels like it's there.
They don't have a broom guy?
They don't have a broom guy.
Werner? Right?
But I think,
I don't know.
like, none of those things, all of the things that are in that kind of camp don't do enough to take away from the experience that is so polished, and that is the gameplay and the balance. You go in and you're commanding this crew, and the crews and the grav cycles, they're all kind of custom tailored per mission. So you don't get to necessarily choose those things. And some people this day and age will get, a little bummed out by that. I understand that desire to I really like the fast firing machine gun grav cycle. I have to go in with a sniper. But the levels are all built around and balanced with your loadout. So I think it actually works really well. I think it would be cool if once you beat the campaign,
you could go back in
and play with kind of whatever. I have no idea if that's possible post-patch, but if you're listening, guys, that would be awesome. I don't want to really spoil anything.
Nah, just tell us the end of the game.
It's pretty good. I think it's surprisingly... one of the things I was surprised by was there's like some real heart and emotion in the story. It's a pretty simple premise. It's pretty standard, like Halo, old school Halo. You gotta go shoot the bad guys because they're the bad guys. There's not a lot there in terms of deep lore, but the characters more than make up for that in good acting and good writing. Solid performances. Really do kind of craft this world, and then when things do happen to characters, it is a little bit like of a, oh wow, I didn't think I necessarily had that kind of connection with them. But there's almost always someone. I think there's going to be someone there in the group that anyone can identify with. They did a great job of diverse casting in terms of not just race and gender, but also personality types. There's the Rezek is my favorite character, and he's kind of like me. He's kind of like the guy who doesn't really want to be there. He's happy to help.
You don't want to be here?
Yeah, what the heck?
But he's he doesn't want to get caught up in the war, in the rebellion. He's kind of the
rebellions are built on hope.
Oh, I know, but he's
I
not
hope
like
you want to be here.
I think a lot of games tend to fall back on you've got to be the strong silent type, or you're the Cade funny man who's making quips. And there's the quippy person, and there's the strong individual who's oh, I'm gruff and tough. But then there's the other characters who don't necessarily fit into those traditional molds, and I'm really, really glad that they were brave enough to include those characters in the game. So
does Marcus Phoenix show up? Is that the spoiler you don't want to tell us about?
That would be crazy.
This Joe DiMaggio shows up as he's integrated.
Yeah.
It's this big bulky robot. Awesome. Sorry.
But yeah, no, that game, if you're watching, is out now or listening. It's $50 on PS4 and Xbox and PC. Steam specifically.
Oh man, I bet that game feels amazing on PC.
I've watched a couple people streaming it on PC.
I bet it feels
and
fantastic.
Just the amount of control you have
yeah.
over things. The two hints, if you are going to play it, that I'll give you is bump up on console. Bump up the auto aim a little bit. It's got you can adjust how much magnetism it has. So it's the default is 60. I bumped it up to 70, and that I felt that really helped, especially when you're fighting enemies that are way far away.
Or small ground units.
Well, that's the thing. The ground unit, and most of the game you fight ground units. other graph cycles and other bosses. They're big deals when they show up. So, being able to like tightly aim is pretty key. Oh, look who's in the chat. LZ. Logan.
Yo, what's up, Logie Bear?
Nice. You crushed that.
You did. Killed it.
Thank you.
And then the second hint would be like you can adjust the difficulty before each level.
Oh, cool.
So like I would start off on the there's like 4 difficulty levels. I'd start off on the second one just to kind of get ramped up. And then if you feel like you've really gotten it and you're not dying at all, then maybe bump it up to the next one. There's a pretty big skill gap between the second and the third level. So
Makes all the difference.
yeah. And the third level in particular is pretty tough. So
You played that one on easy, didn't you?
not easy.
He took it down.
I would have.
Well, I know you would. You play all games that way, though.
Yeah.
You don't ever go up.
I'm there for the story.
Yeah.
So my final score on this, my rating, it's fanboy worthy. I think it's worthy of your time. I think it's got great multiplayer from what I have played and what I'll continue to play it and report back.
Does it respect your time?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not grindy. It's not loot boxy. It has some challenges and cosmetics you can chase on the multiplayer side of things.
So I actually have a question about the multiplayer.
Yeah,
Is there like a level system? Do you level up? Or do you just try to unlock things
you
via
just
challenges?
unlock things.
So there's no levels?
No.
Okay.
Not as of right now.
Because I'm a
There's
sheep. I like to level up.
There's a level in the campaign.
Oh, cool.
So in the campaign,
Did you cap it?
no, it's actually pretty difficult.
Really?
Yeah. You can upgrade your crew, like your crew's abilities, health, damage, output. Their special abilities, like how fast those regen, how fast they can come back after they've been knocked out. And there's 2 different things you have to get. You have to get salvage to upgrade. It's essentially your XP bar. Mm-hmm. And when you're searching for salvage or you do challenges, you unlock upgrade points, and then you can apply those. And certain upgrade points on the trees, on the character's trees, are tied to what level you are. So it's not like you can just like make one character super powerful right away. It forces you to kind of stagger where it allows some customization, but you can't overpower one character after like the 3rd mission.
Sweet.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Chose a interesting time to release.
Yeah. Fun fact, they released this game while working from home as well. So
That's super cool.
Like crazy.
That's crazy.
3 platforms, international, worldwide.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how the servers respond.
Yeah.
I wonder.
I'll be on tonight, so I'll let you know. That's all I did this week. Play lots of Disintegration.
That's awesome.
Disintegration.
That's our first review copy for video games.
Yeah.
It's a milestone.
What would you give it out of 10? I know we usually don't do that, but usually we're doing things post.
Yeah.
I think it's like, and I'll caveat this just because I don't feel like I can give the multiplayer a full like number by itself. But like it's probably like an 8 out of 10 for me.
Sweet.
Like I said, there's some moments when you can tell that it maybe didn't have quite enough manpower or polish or money behind certain things. Things like, some of it's even like the opening cutscene feels pretty quick. And part of that's probably just to get you into the game.
Yeah.
But I think part of it is like, well, how much time and money do we really want to spend on these opening credits? Let's just kind of like...
Let's get moving.
Let's montage our way through this so we can get into it. And that's fine. It just is noticeable when when you're looking or comparing it to other huge games.
Right.
So.
Very cool.
I see that Angel is in the chat.
Yeah.
What's up, Angel? It's been a while. I think I'm doing well. I think Brett's doing well.
I'm doing all right. Yeah.
We're all doing good.
Luke's
We're all
doing well.
We're all doing all right. How are you?
Also, he missed it. I watched The Platform, and I know he's probably seen it.
Nice.
I'm betting.
Nice.
Okay.
Luke, how are you doing? What did you do this week? Podcast, come here.
That PODCAT once in on the show. I played the new season of Destiny that dropped this week. I've been doing a lot of that. But the two new things that I did was I watched a movie that came out in 2017 that I just never got around to, and that is The Disaster Artist.
Ooh, yes.
It's the true story about how the worst movie ever made got made. And it stars James Franco and Dave Franco. Seth Rogen has a small role in it. Lots of other just fun little cameos of people playing stuff. Mm-hmm. It was fantastic. I thought it was so funny. And I think it really helps, too, that I've seen The Room.
Yeah.
How you doing there, kitty cat? Got anything to say? Meow. I wonder if it's picking up the purring. But that is just an absolute wild story. The story of Tommy Wiseau and Greg Sestero and how they just decided to make their own movie. And it was the worst thing ever. What are you doing? Don't bite it.
PODCAT is here to make
Hang
mess.
out.
If you haven't seen The Room and you have an opportunity sometime in the future to go to one of those screenings,
Do it.
I really, really highly recommend you do it. You're in for a horrible treat. And I use that
Yeah.
in the best way possible. The movie it's so bad. But it is so much fun to watch with all the shenanigans that the audience does throughout the entire movie. And then seeing The Disaster Artist, really two things that I got out of it. Heck, don't be afraid to follow your dream. These dudes made the worst movie possible. And I mean, it's not really the route you want to try and go, but they're famous now because of it.
Yeah.
Shoot your shot, man. And the other thing is James Franco's really talented.
Yeah.
I don't give him enough credit. He's a great actor. Did he direct this?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I can't remember. I think it says a James Franco film at the end.
Oh, nice.
I think he wrote it. No, he didn't. I don't remember. Whatever. I should have looked it up. But yeah, it's really good. It's really funny, and to see all the behind the scenes of what happened was just hilarious. The best part of the movie, though, is
He did direct it.
He did? Yeah. Okay. The best part of the movie, I think, is when the movie ends, because there's comparisons of these actors reenacting scenes from the movies, and they're right next to each other. And they're just so spot on, and it is so funny. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to watch it again. I thought it was so good.
Love it.
I think it won an Oscar for screenwriting. I don't remember. But super good stuff. Tommy Wiseau is crazy. And then the other thing I did was I watched the new Spike Lee joint, The Five Bloods, which came out on Netflix this weekend.
Nice.
And wow. I don't know if anybody has heard about what film Twitter has been talking about this movie. Whatever they said, it's true. It's good, man. It's so well made. I think in my tweet I said whatever it gets nominated for come Oscar time, sure.
It deserves.
No argument from me. Whatever category. Probably except international movie because it can't be nominated for that. But
What if that's what they have to do to get it a win?
oh my gosh. If Delroy Lindo, the lead of the movie, doesn't get nominated, Luke's gonna have serious questions. First question is, how were this many performances this good this year? Because that's probably saying something. And then, why did he get snubbed? But I really wanted to watch this because I loved Black Klansman. I think Black Klansman is still my favorite Spike Lee movie.
Spike Lee joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that, and I don't think a movie has ever made me more angry than that one. But the thing about this one is it's just so incredibly timely with everything that's going on right now, and nothing was changed about the movie. No release dates are changed or anything, and you're watching, you're just like, wow, this matches up so perfectly. I talked about Delroy Lindo. He's fantastic in the movie, but really the whole cast is good. The premise really kind of actually caught me off guard. I didn't expect it to go more action-y in the second half. I thought it was going to be more drama-oriented. I mean, the premise is these black veterans are going back to Vietnam because it's where their squad leader died, and they're going to go find his body because they had to leave him there. But also, they had buried some gold. And things really happen, and it's really powerful to see like these vets go back and like they're fighting in a war that we shouldn't have been in. When like the whole civil rights movement is going on back home, and like to see them react to what's going on at home when they're doing these flashbacks is like, oh my gosh. I think I cried like 3 times.
Oh man.
Not like bawling, but like just like I couldn't hold the tears back anymore.
Yep.
It's like,
Yep.
gosh, dang it, you got me, man. Oh, it's really, really good. I'd give it a fanboy worthy. I do hope a lot of people give it a chance. But it gets pretty gory at parts. And I honestly, I don't know if I didn't see it coming, but I was just like, oh wow, didn't expect that much. It's a tough watch. It's a good watch, and just how time relative it is at this point is really impactful too.
Yeah.
So I'd really encourage people to go check that out. And watch Black Klansman.
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever reviewed that on here.
I think you did.
Yeah, I think you did when you'd seen it first
Yeah.
before.
Have you seen it?
Uh-huh.
I haven't seen it yet.
I didn't get a chance to see it in theaters, and it came on Blu-ray, and I bought it like the first day. It's just like, I'm just buying it. I know I'm gonna like it.
It's on HBO Max, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, that.
Pretty sure I've seen it while scrolling through there.
Yeah, that is really good too. Highly recommend both of those.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Nice.
Wow.
Everything else is Destiny related with me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, do you want to talk about Destiny news?
Yeah.
Should we just jump into that?
Let's get into Destiny news.
Oh my gosh.
Destiny had probably their E3.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been. And they just decided to kind of drop the next 3 years of stuff that they're going to release.
Yeah.
Like, what the world?
Destiny 3 is dead. Long live Destiny 2.
Oh, thank goodness.
Long live Destiny.
Destiny, yeah. Do you think they'll drop the 2?
No.
You don't?
No.
They need to.
They had some follow-up interviews where they're like, we don't want to confuse people.
It's a good point.
Destiny 2 is the home of Destiny now, though.
Okay, that's
So.
a good point. What if you're like, oh, I want to get Destiny, you actually buy Destiny 1, and you have nothing? I guess it probably only be like $10.
All the menus are really blocky. You're like, what is
Why
this?
is Destiny 2 or Destiny $10? I gotta get this. Oh, it's the wrong game.
Well, it's free.
So yeah,
Oh, that's true.
yeah.
If you go to Walmart, you can buy a physical copy of Destiny 2 for 3 cents.
Wow.
I'm not
Be
sure I
worth
need
it.
a physical copy. But
I'm digital anyways.
yeah.
But yeah, they showed the new trailer for what is going to be their next expansion, which is Destiny 2 Beyond Light. We're going to Europa.
I'm excited.
The Stranger, Eris, and Drifter are hanging out there.
The Stranger's back.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I am so excited. This trailer got me all kinds of hype.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really well-made trailer too.
Yeah.
I still want a movie of Destiny
Oh yeah.
I know.
in that animation.
I would love like a mini series of like
12-minute episodes.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like real quick things like where did Zavala come from? Let's learn about Zavala a little bit, or who's this Let's learn about the postmaster. I don't know.
Like little comedy sketches.
Eva Levante and her uncle.
I want to know, where's Finchurch?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
So we're also, though,
yes.
So not only we're going to Europa, the pyramid ships are here this season. They've
Hanging
started to
out.
show up. And next season we are going to get to wield
The darkness.
the power of the darkness.
Stasis.
So we're getting a
Oh boy.
new elemental subtype.
I saw the one had 2 axes in
Yeah,
his
the
hand,
hunter.
and
The
I was
hunter.
like, "Yep,
Dude, that
yep.
I've watched
Call me Nightwolf. Here I come,
I
baby."
watched the gif of that part from the trailer where it's like wield and it's the hunter doing the darkness probably like 1,000 times. I just think it looks so sick.
Yeah, I can't wait to run around with axes. Hopefully, I can throw them.
I think the
it's
hunter
gonna be
can
your throw one.
Yeah,
Because like you have Dawn Blade and I have hammers,
yeah.
so we both have
I got a throwing knife.
They've also kind of talked about how
this. No.
how
Yeah, most likely.
the stasis subclass is going to be different than the regular
like the way it functions.
grouped classes, right? So you're gonna, I think, hypothesis here. We're gonna go back to more of a Destiny 1 style, where it's like, here's your things, pick what you want.
Oh boy. There's gonna be a lot of shield bashing in Titan World.
Simon, PODCAT, stop it.
I think the idea of wielding darkness is super cool. I'm really excited for a new subclass just because it's been the same 3 forever.
Yep.
The only thing I wasn't happy about is there's no new enemies yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. I was kind of surprised about that too.
That was the only thing. Everything else was fantastic. I can't wait.
I still have a suspicion that might be the card they're holding still behind their back.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Mm-hmm.
Because if those ships pull up and we open them up and there's just like Hive chilling in there, I'm gonna be pretty upset. They should be like,
Bring
"Hey,
a
what's
sword.
up?" So, yeah, bring
a sword.
Hive on the field.
High five. Bring a sword.
But then in 2021 we get the next expansion.
The Taken King.
Wait,
Oh no, sorry, it's
The Witch Queen.
yeah,
the Witch Hunter.
Savathun.
That's what I keep calling it. I don't know why. Vin Diesel's gonna show up. He's gonna help us.
So we're gonna get another big Hive/Taken expansion. But there's some really cool story threads that they're kind of laying down now.
All
Yeah.
the Nakra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see Savathun, and I can't wait to just get absolutely wrecked in the intro. The first mission, she's gonna be like, pew, and you're like, ah.
Just
Man,
like that.
in this season, jumping across the lanterns, I was like, yeah, I can't wait for next year.
Right.
Like, Beyond Light's cool, but nah,
Yeah.
I'm ready for next season or next year.
Yep. And then they even announced 2022,
And that one's called
and
Lightfall,
it seems like
yeah.
it's more in progress.
Yeah, that's a definitely a working title
Yeah.
name.
But Lightfall, yeah, with the pyramid in front of the Traveler. Oh boy.
That's when we'll find out that we've been the bad guys the whole time.
Oh.
I think there's definitely a my guess if Destiny 2 is not ending then, which I don't think it is at this point. I think that's where we're essentially going to get our light abilities completely stripped away,
And everything switches to darkness.
and everything's in darkness.
Oh my gosh.
And then
Sign me up.
guess what they can do over the next couple years? Bring back light abilities,
Eh.
rework them, right? Like
yeah.
Yeah,
back
rebalance
in
everything.
cool new ways.
Hey, I'm here
So,
for it. But then the other thing they kind of announced was, well, I mean, Destiny's kind of becoming a massive game.
This is what I'm most excited for.
And so they announced the Destiny Content Vault.
Yeah, the DCV.
Yeah. And so they're going to be putting some things in the vault, won't be playable anymore, but they're going to be bringing back old things like from D1. So like Vault of Glass Raid.
I text Brett, I text the group as that was happening. I was like, Brett, they're gonna do the thing. They're gonna do it.
I am
And then they're like, Vault of Glass 2021. I was like, oh yes. They're doing it. I'm so glad I got back on this game.
I'm really excited that I'll finally be able to play those, and I'm
we're gonna
actually
get
really
wrecked
happy
so
I don't
hard.
have to go back to D1 to do it.
Yeah.
I think I would actually struggle to go like
Back.
to D1 supers and
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind having my self-res back.
I just cannot wait to go into the
D1
Vault of Glass,
Warlocks.
updated with D2 mechanics, and just
gonna
like
be so fun.
walk in the first encounter and be like, oh, here we
I
go.
just can't wait to see it.
Uh-oh. We missed one. We missed one.
The freaking oracles.
That's a wipe. That's a wipe. I think that's the
let's
rate I
wipe
wipe
this
the
thing
most
so we can learn
on.
how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like our famous line. Let's go ahead and fill this real quick. And figure it out.
But the future for Destiny is quite bright.
Yep.
It's got a lot of light in it.
Even as the darkness descends.
I'm so jacked. I can't wait.
I'm totally going to use the dark powers all the time.
So get ready to talk a lot more Destiny, everybody.
Do we need a spin-off podcast?
We might.
Might.
We might need like a spin-off, like 30-minute episode every week.
Brett can be the host, and we can rotate you, me, and Hunter.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Maybe that'll get Hunter into this thing.
There we go. Oh, well, there's a little Destiny mini section.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler, what other news do you have? Do you have any news?
PS5 did some stuff, but
Oh
we'll
my
talk
gosh.
about that
yeah,
later.
let's talk about that later.
No, so Remedy, the company who made Alan Wake, Quantum Break, wow, I was trying to think if they made any other games that rhymed, and Control,
Control
had
my
a
mate.
job listing go up today for a senior executive role for the Control franchise.
What?
We're getting some sequels.
That's awesome.
I'm excited. I just really want the DLC to come out on Xbox because it's like 60 days after PlayStation.
Boo.
But
Boo, timed exclusives.
Stop doing that.
yeah, time exclusives suck. But no, I'm really excited about that because Control is fantastic. I'll leave it there.
To everything you just said.
Yep. More Control is a good. More Control video games is a good thing.
Way to catch yourself
Good
there.
say.
Luke, did you have any other gaming news specifically?
Gaming news. There was a reveal trailer today.
There was.
Oh, yeah.
For Star Wars Squadron. Squadron.
Squadron.
Those squadrons.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't remember.
So yeah, this looks like a fun little
Arcadey multiplayer
arcade
game.
Yeah. So it was confirmed that it's essentially a Star Wars
Dogfighting game.
dogfighting flight sim game. It's got both campaign and multiplayer modes, but it's not a full release game, right? Where they're saying $40, I think.
Yep, and it comes out October 2nd.
That's dope.
I'm excited about it. I remember seeing the title for it because I think on Sunday they confirmed,
Yeah.
or Saturday or Sunday they confirmed it, and I saw the title card and I was like, it looks more like an arcade game. And then they showed the trailer and I was like, oh, that's a really good trailer. And then they're like, October 2nd, $40, and I was like, that is an arcade game. Perfect. It kind of reminded me of like the way they kind of explain their campaigns. It kind of reminds me of Titanfall. And like having a multiplayer campaign where like it's not really a campaign, but the missions have a story behind them.
Yeah.
Or the matches have a story behind them. I'm
The
excited.
original Titanfall.
Yeah, Titanfall 1.
Titanfall 2.
It's just awesome.
Like,
What an awesome campaign.
one of the best campaigns ever. Oh my gosh.
But I'm excited for Star Wars Squadrons, especially at a price point of $40. Like,
Yeah.
I'm way more likely to give it a shot.
I'm still pretty iffy. I would like to see gameplay first.
Yeah. That's fair.
we'll
Well, yeah,
see.
if gameplay comes out and it sucks, I'm not going to get it.
Yeah.
But
Because, I mean, yeah, the trailer is great, but I've seen some great trailers for things. Video games, and the game is just, like, nothing close to what they've shown. So.
Look, there hasn't been a good dogfighting game, hot take here, since Crimson Skies High Road to Revenge back on the original Xbox.
I didn't play that one.
That game
I
was
can't argue
amazing.
with them because I don't play enough of them.
I don't play enough either. So
I'm trying
that's
to
a
think
really
last-
bad. That's a really bad blanket statement.
Fighting game.
Hashtag don't come at me.
I remember.
Ace Combat at Comic-Con,
Ooh.
where you got VR sick for
Yeah, I did.
like the rest of the day you're just like
I got a headache. Where's the after party?
Okay. fun.
There was a, unless you have more video game
Go
news.
for
it. There was a movie trailer that dropped this week.
This one's an Oscar movie for sure.
Yeah. If it doesn't get nominated,
It won't get
what's
up. wrong?
wrong with the world? It's Bill and Ted Face the Music. Bill and Ted 3.
This is a great trailer.
It is an awesome
How do you
trailer.
do 3?
It's so meta and fun and
Yes.
perfect, I think, right now. And my guess is it's the kind of movie that we need just to like collectively feel like we can take even just like a 2-hour break and laugh. And then get back to the issues that really matter. But like, you gotta remember that it's okay to have fun, and this just seems like that kind of movie.
Yes.
Hopefully it's not a Zoolander 2 or a...
There's
Dumb and
always that
Dumber
chance,
2.
unfortunately.
I think it already is better than those. And I've only seen the trailer.
Fingers crossed.
I think you're right.
Like the Zoolander trailer was not good. The
I-
Zoolander 2 trailer.
Yeah.
It was bad. Like it was bad from the start.
PODCAT be loud
What do you want,
today.
PODCAT?
All right, what we got next?
Bill and Ted 4.
Well, yeah, obviously.
if this is going to get an award, we're going to have to wait to see because the Academy Awards were delayed from
This guy's in podcast mode.
February
That
to
guy's in PODCAT mode.
April 25th, 2021. And also the window of
The
eligibility
eligibility,
was
yeah.
extended as well, so that movies that come out in January and
And February. yeah.
February have the opportunity to be nominated.
Good move.
No, it's
It's a
even
great
crazier.
move.
We're going to get good movies in January, probably.
I know. It's going to be the weirdest January.
So what month will become the bad month?
It's probably early September.
We won't
Late August
We
is
won't have
usually
we won't have a bad month for a year.
Yeah, we will.
I don't think so. I don't think we'll have a bad month until
There's just going to be so many
until
movies.
January 2022.
Where's Venom 2 at?
One movie doesn't drag the whole thing down, Luke.
What if everybody goes whoop for the whole month because they're like, oh, it's going to make another $1 billion or however much it made. It's
possible.
Somehow.
I suppose it's possible.
You mean Venom? Is it called Venom 2 or
Let
is
There
it
Be
Venom
Carnage.
Let There
Let them
Be?
be carnage. Yeah. No one's gonna use that.
Sorry. Venom.
I got cat hair all over my mic now.
Sorry.
What the heck, PODCAT?
With things being delayed,
Mm-hmm.
Warner Brothers delayed some movies this week.
Yeah.
Tenet got delayed till July 31st,
It's
which
a 2-week bump.
yeah, and then Wonder Woman got delayed again to October 2nd. Yeah,
It hurts my heart.
I don't know. Maybe by then it'll even out and we'll be able to go to the movies.
yeah.
But I have a feeling there will be more delays.
Yeah, probably.
Tenet's getting delayed again for sure.
Godzilla vs. Kong got delayed
Yeah.
until May.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a big delay.
and that one was supposed to come out in November, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 7 months.
Yeah, and then Matrix 4 is coming out in 2022 now.
It's crazy.
So
It's going to continue to go that way too
come here, PODCAT.
for a while.
Well, we're talking about delays. AMC expects to have most of their theaters open. We're talking like 95% of their theaters open worldwide by mid-July. It'll be interesting to see if that actually happens.
Well, if they don't open them, then they're probably going to close them forever. So
Yeah, that's true. But you open them with nothing showing? Who's going to go? I mean,
so
you
the
can only
thing
show
is
so
that
many like reruns of The Goonies or
Inception.
Inception has been rumored to be re-released
Yeah.
on July 17th, which was the original date for. Oh my god.
He's fine. He just wants attention.
And he's getting it. It was the original date of Tenet, is what I was trying to say, until the cat meowed and jumped.
Yeah,
You're a weirdo, kitty cat.
I'd be cool to watch Inception again in theaters, but I probably won't go to the AMC.
I would be cool to watch it in theaters once.
I'd be cool to use my Regal pass,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I can't with AMC.
It's okay. They bump it.
So if I go to AMC, I'm buying a Universal T-shirt to wear.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Like I'll get a Universal Studios hat, T-shirt,
Love it.
lanyard. Like I would go in there as a Universal fanboy.
I love it. Got to be a fanboy of something.
That's
or
right.
everybody's fanboy something.
Maybe I'll meet Michael B. Jordan in our AMC
I'm going
pitched
with you.
Michael B. Jordan Office style TV show.
We gotta save AMC.
So another thing that's potentially like starting back up in the movie kind of realm is production is kind of starting back up for a few studios.
Universal.
Universal announced that Jurassic World 3 gonna be starting again up at Pinewood Studios. I don't know if anyone cares about that. Fun fact.
Not
in
really.
England. But also then Avatar. Avatar was the only one that was like mentioned in the article.
Do we have to?
Read.
I'm gonna watch those and love them. Watch, it's gonna happen.
Probably.
Gosh dang it.
So, yeah. Other news?
So Comic-Con was canceled this year. But then this week they posted a little video and they're like, hey, Comic-Con this year, you're going to be able to have the best seat. It's going to be comfy. You can wear whatever you want. You can bring your pet and all this stuff. Guess what? Comic-Con isn't home. It was confirmed by the actual spokesperson from
Sweet.
SDCC. I can't remember if they announced dates yet, or if they're still the same. I think it's the 22nd and 23rd of July. I'm not sure. I saw
Canceled.
that. Boo! Not anymore. It's at home.
Oh, they set dates.
What are they?
July 22nd through the 26th.
Ooh, I was pretty close.
Badges will be available for fans to print and wear at home if they so choose.
I'm totally getting one, man.
Oh
That's
my
awesome. Oh wait, I
goodness.
don't have a
And it's
printer.
completely free. This is
Yeah,
okay, continue what you were gonna say.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the cool thing is it's completely free.
Yep.
So everybody will really be able to experience Comic-Con together instead of following a Twitter feed
Yeah.
or waiting in line for 48 hours straight
To not get in.
to not get it.
So this is gonna kind of tip off something I think we'll talk about later, but this could be the end of Comic-Con. Like this is like the PS5 event was it broke like every record for gaming thing, like gaming viewership.
Yeah.
Like this is gonna break SDCC's record of people by far. Like they could make these kind of things far more profitable if this is the route we go moving forward.
I think you could have a really cool opportunity to include everybody, have a free option. And also, I don't care, like, let people buy a special pass and get them into a virtual Hall H.
Right.
I don't know if they could figure out how to stop a stream of that coming straight from somebody's
Right,
computer. That
yeah.
would be the tough thing. I'm not techie enough to figure.
There will always
That's
be an
possible.
SDCC, but like this could become a permanent staple of it.
Yep. Also, it's rumored that DC is going to have their own little thing. I think it's called DC Fandome. Weird.
Welcome to the Thunderdome. If you have a DC Universe account, do you get to go for free?
Better. That'd be awesome.
Now
But
those
no,
put it
they're
on
gonna have all
HBO
the DC trailer premieres and different things are gonna be there.
It will be.
Are we gonna get a Suicide Squad
very
trailer?
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. What else do they got to show right now?
Well,
Batman
we have
got-
one Wonder Woman trailer. We've only ever got the one,
That's true.
so that
Dude,
should be coming
how
soon.
smart do they look for holding off on their marketing? It has worked out so
It has
well
worked
for them.
very
Like it's
well.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Doritos is like, we're cashing our check, but at this point, it's not really doing a whole lot for us.
I imagine they'll put something together for the Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Even though
yeah.
they haven't filmed. I think they said they've done 25% of it or something. But they'll have something.
We'll get a look at the Riddler or
Yeah.
something.
the full bat suit.
The full bat suit and probably a couple of the villains.
Yeah, first poster. I wouldn't be surprised if they somehow manage to get The Rock in there somehow.
They'll
Black
have
Adam.
something for
They'll
Black
They'll have
Adam.
a lot of stuff, but I mean,
Yeah.
they also got all the stuff for DC Universe. They've got HBO with Green Lantern and
Strange Adventures.
yeah,
Let's go.
Justice League
I'm
Dark,
so
all that
excited for
stuff.
Strange Adventures.
There's all the CW crap they got going on, so they'll have plenty of stuff.
Yep.
And I think
We got to talk about the firings and stuff.
who got fired.
Hartley
Oh,
Sawyer.
we talked about that last week.
No, I'm saying they'll have to talk about it, like who they're going to recast and
Oh,
all that stuff.
Maybe he'll disappear and they'll work it into the story.
Well, they'll say, because I guess, and I was
Same
kind
as
of reading
Kate
about this. Apparently, he stretched into a different person at one point, so they can just make him change the way he looks. I guess I don't know.
Metamorphosis.
I didn't like my face.
Oh, we didn't talk about transmog on Destiny. We gotta talk about that later. Sorry.
Yeah, Comic-Con at home. I'm done. All I have is PS5.
Okay. Well, real quick before we hit PS5, I do want to mention Fave. The thing with the
Bagel.
What?
It's a bagel.
The bagel.
A what?
Community.
You mean a bagel?
So this week we had HBO Max temporarily remove Gone with the Wind from its streaming service. I wouldn't normally mention this, except that I had a conversation with someone this week who was completely uninformed about it and was like, Warner Brothers is, trying to censor it and take it all away and like act like it never happened. And that's just not true at all. It got pulled down. It does have some questionable, and I say that's like the most generous way I can phrase it. It does portray, the Confederacy in a positive light, and that's problematic. And they essentially just said, right now, maybe what's best is that we take that down, we come up with something, some documentation, maybe we do some interviews. I don't know what this is gonna look like, but it's gonna come back with some additional information to help explain, like, this is the time period in which it's set. This is the situation that was around it, and here's
why the movie's on here, but
yeah, like there's value to it outside of the fact that it maybe glorifies the South, right? That doesn't have to be the thing that like defines the movie. It's certainly part of the movie. So I think that's smart. I think that's fine. We'll see it come back. They've not pulled it from shelves. You can still buy it, And I think the other thing that you have got to remember is with any kind of streaming service, things are bound to come and go. If you want something to be available, buy it physically.
Yep.
I cannot stress that enough. Don't count on Voodoo to be around in 100 years when we're all cyborgs.
Heyo. Somebody played Disintegration.
Are we trying to not become cyborgs then?
Yeah, maybe not.
I thought it'd be pretty cool, but
So yeah, so if there is a particular piece of media that you care about, I'm not trying to say that for the wrong reasons, right? But
Yeah. I mean, okay, this is not Gone with the Wind.
yeah,
But Batman v Superman and Wonder Woman are leaving HBO Max. And people are getting all up in arms about HBO Max taking them off. I guarantee you, all those people own that movie.
Yeah.
First of all, why are you watching on HBO Max? You should be using a disc. It's going to be better.
Yeah.
It's going to be clear. It's going to
looks
sound
way
better.
You don't have to buffer
But,
if your internet sucks.
Like, that's what Netflix, that's what Amazon, that's what Hulu does.
they
Put
rotate
something
content.
on, and they take it off. And then what does everybody do? They go, what? And they bring it back. And what does everybody go? Oh, it's back. It's back. Everybody watch it.
And then they don't watch it.
It gains press.
yep.
That's why they do it. Don't lose your cookies, people. Like, calm down a bit.
Okay,
As I freak out over it.
let's pivot to something kind of awesome. Oh, are we pivoting?
I'm not. I'm
You
staying,
just traveled. You didn't lay down your pivot foot.
My apologies.
I'm staying right
I gotta
here.
talk
Mine
into
is clearly
the
down.
correct side of the mic, and so that means I have to stretch it. Oh, hey, thanks, Tyler.
I just yell louder.
So we had the PlayStation 5 Reveal event.
Now I feel like a loser.
No, I'll switch back.
I'll go back.
Can you guys make up your minds?
No.
No.
No, we agreed. I mean, yes. Wait. What reveal?
This is chaos. Sony revealed the PlayStation 5. Are we excited?
Yes.
Obviously.
Okay, well, I just...
No. Yeah,
Y'all
absolutely.
don't seem to want to talk about it because you're just talking about pivoting and...
No. It's not y'all. It's Luke who's talking about pivoting. I'm just sitting here trying to keep my head straight so we can talk about video games that I'm really excited about. Veggie games.
Fantastic. Okay.
Veggie games.
So,
Veggie Tales.
do we want to talk about games or hardware first?
Let's just get the hardware out of the way. Because the games are the meat of it.
The games are what saved this.
Are you going to buy the air conditioning tower or not?
Eventually.
No.
Maybe when they have a matte black one.
Ooh, I love the white. White consoles over black for me.
So this is super strange because I really like my white Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like the white PlayStation. I didn't like the controller either.
Yeah.
Like I thought it looked weird, but like I don't hate the design of it. I just kind of wish it would have been black. I'm with you. I think I would have liked a black console.
Yeah. These things tend to kind of go back and forth.
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, for
so
sure.
There will be probably all different kinds.
There'll
of
be
colors.
a black one. There'll be a Spider-Man themed one. There'll be a Horizon
One
themed
of my interesting hypotheses, and I don't know if this has been disproven or not. I would love if those side fins were removable, so you could just buy
Different color
different
ones.
color ones. Think of like the 360 faceplate,
Yeah.
but like, oh, I'm gonna get the exclusive Spider-Man.
I want the
fins.
R2D2 one.
How much
And
money
just
did
slide them in.
Xbox lose on the customizable faceplates though?
Oh, so much.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't think it is that is how it's made. They will be made, but I would love that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
You know, it's a good consumer friendly way of approaching things. Unfortunately, not their MO.
Yep.
I did like the design of the console. I thought it was really funny because they show it to you and you're like, I was like, oh, whoa, that was not what I was expecting. But the thing you can't tell is you can't tell how tall it is,
It's huge.
which I think is hilarious.
It
Yeah,
is so
it makes so many
big.
good memes.
Yeah.
But the console itself is big.
Yeah.
Like, it's a huge console.
But it's like so skinny. It's like it's the complete opposite of the Series X.
Oh yeah.
Series X is a block. It's a block. And this one is like wavy and it's futuristic and it's got the white fin sides and it's super tall and skinny and it's like, did they meet and just decide to like do the opposite thing?
Like, hey, we're gonna do this, and you guys are gonna do that. It's gonna be great. We're gonna look totally different.
Yeah.
Perfect. We've historically made white consoles. You guys have historically made black consoles. Let's switch that up this time around.
I think it'll be interesting too. I'll be able to actually see where my I almost said 4.
Your
5
PlayStation
is.
buttons are?
No, just where the console is. Because on my little TV stand, I got this little black square over on the side, and my PS4 fits perfectly on it. I'm going to be honest, sometimes I forget it's there, and I just sit stuff on it. I'm like, oh, that's not a shelf. That's an expensive piece of hardware there. Well, expensive. I mean, not really anymore.
I like that you'll be able to see your buttons on this one. Because, like, I have an older PlayStation 4. And, like, the logos on the buttons are so small that, I have to really look at them. And when it's dark, because I'm playing a game that I want good lighting in. Yeah, I'm straight up Senor Chang. Trying to figure out how to turn it off or on. But, no, I mean, overall, I don't hate the design. I just think it would have looked better in a darker colorway.
I don't hate it either. I, as I've gotten older, have come to appreciate a more muted or subtle aesthetic.
Something
to
that doesn't
things.
stand out on your TV stand.
This thing,
Yeah.
if I put it on my TV stand, guess what? Everyone's gonna look at.
Right.
Which I get it from a marketing perspective. That is exactly what you want to do.
Yeah.
Man, I was like, when you texted that, I was like, no, I don't believe you're an Xbox guy. And I got no response. I was trying to get a rise out of you, and this is nothing. I was so upset.
Our group chat was fun
Real backfire.
during that
It
whole
was. It
event.
was.
It was fun.
It was awesome.
So no, I mean what's interesting is when I do get this, it probably will go like in my like in the studio on my desk, and I'll play it in there and not
On a
up
monitor.
on the TV.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate the fact that it is skinny. It will stand up right nicely next to the Xbox.
And it does sit on its side. They did clarify that.
even
Good.
uglier on its side.
I didn't think it looked good on its side.
I didn't see it.
It just makes the
It looks like a weird ocean wave type looking thing.
It's weird. It's weird. But you know what? That's not the most important thing.
Most important things are the games.
That's right, baby.
That's right.
Yeah, what
So
good is a
let's-
console if it has bad games?
Let's talk about what games they
Or no
showed.
games.
Or no games. Games are
I bought this
important.
PS5. Oh, what do you play on it? Oh, there's no games for it. Oh, cool.
Sweet. Nice TV stand ornament.
Did you
Nice
guys,
Tower of Sauron there.
I don't necessarily think we need to go through every game.
What?
Okay, we'll go through every game.
Go through all 24 of the games or whatever they
I'm just
released.
kidding. We don't have to.
There's only 2 I care about.
I'm curious about the ones that stood out to you.
I don't think I need to answer.
Go through the ones that I thought looked interesting,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there
but
we
we
go.
don't really need to talk about a whole lot. I thought Project Athia, I thought it had a cool trailer, looked fun. I won't get it. I just thought it was a really interesting premise. There's a premise. It's about a cat exploring a city.
Yeah.
Yes,
that looks
I
awesome.
may get that.
Yeah, I think I would get that. I think it
I'll
looks
get
awesome.
I just really want to know what it's about.
Give me a cat with
Was
a
that
backpack any
Stray?
day. Yeah, Stray.
Stray, right? Yeah.
It's like humanity has died, and this cat's just like, look at all these stupid robots.
Yeah.
I got my cool backpack on. I want to know how he gets the backpack off. That's the important question. Well,
They've evolved.
I want to know if it's.
thumbs.
I want to know if it's in the same
Opposable thumbs,
universe
they can-
as Love, Death, and Robots episode. 3 robots with cats that took over the world.
it's a crossover.
There you go.
Crossover confirmed.
Topher Grace will open his refrigerator in the end.
Oh man. The other one, another one, was Returnal. It was like some shooter horror game looking thing with the spider crawling him. It's like you die and you have to start totally over.
Dead Cells.
I thought it looked cool.
It had,
a nice
it had a
trailer.
good aesthetic, a good trailer, well made. I don't tend to lean into those games quite as hard, but I don't know.
It definitely has an audience for sure.
If it's, and I don't remember if that one was confirmed. Was that a PS5 exclusive?
I have no idea.
Because there were a number of these that aren't PS5 exclusives. That's one that I would be willing to check out if it is a PS5 exclusive, and I'm like, I've kind of gone
Yeah.
through everything right now.
Yeah.
I'd check that one out.
When it's on a days of play sale
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Something like that.
Kena Bridge of Spirits, I thought just looked like a more cartoony version of Horizon.
I thought that looked like what the
You use
desert.
a staff and a bow, which is Horizon.
Honestly, it looked to me like the Desert Temple Run Unreal Engine 5 game.
Yeah.
What it
Yeah.
made me think of.
Something to note. I will say I was really impressed by the diversity of audience, like the games for different audiences.
Yeah.
I thought there were a number of these from like that one to Ratchet and Clank that I was like, oh, like in a year or two, Claire could play those
They had that one, and they had the what is it,
because Claire couldn't play Horizon.
Deathloop? No.
Bag Boy or whatever his name is.
Bug Snacks?
Sackboy, yeah. Sackboy was one.
Bug Snacks is what you're thinking of with an X.
What the heck, man?
They had Oddworld too.
Yeah.
I thought Oddworld was Xbox's.
Well, it was on Xbox.
It was like one of the launch games for the original Xbox.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Cool.
You guys can always jump in too if you have one that you want to make sure you talk
Yeah,
about.
Deathloop
Deathloop
was one that you mentioned. I
Was
thought.
that one at the Xbox? Sorry, I started choking there for a bit. At
Are you
the-
still?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Was Deathloop part of the Xbox third party?
I did not.
I don't remember
think so.
it.
I didn't remember it.
I feel like I've talked about this game before. Because
We
is
haven't.
Bethesda helping on it?
No, but there
The-
is
the
another one.
Bethesda
There's an arena
Softworks.
shooter that has like, you have like 3 rounds, and like so you play a round, and then you, like, the winner is whoever gets the circle first, and then you play a next round, but the first round repeats itself. So now there's, instead of just being 2 players, there's 4 players because there's the first 2 players, and then there's the current players. I'm not making any sense, am I?
No.
This doesn't
I
work
s-
for me. My
I
brain-
just swear I've seen this trailer before.
Okay.
But I don't know. And I
It's,
thought it was
it is
something-
Arcane Studios, and their trailers tend to be very similar.
Yeah, I could have sworn it was something like that Bethesda did.
I thought it looked really cool,
Yeah, I thought it looked.
I'm definitely
was
interested.
yeah.
and that one will be on Xbox, I imagine.
I don't know who's. I couldn't tell you.
Because what did Arcane do? Did they do Dishonored?
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be on Xbox.
Yeah, unless they picked
Sony
up
bought
an
'em.
exclusive type of thing. But
And then I was excited about Ratchet and Clank, but I like
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank a lot. I think it's a fun little platformer,
it is.
3D platformer game. I'd pick it up for $20.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it.
Jet the Far Shore is a little space adventure game, kind of very artsy. I don't know much about it other than it looks cool. That's kind of what.
That's how I feel like a lot of them were.
Yeah, these are reveal trailers. They're not like, here's all the mechanics.
Yeah.
This is like, here's some things that get you thinking, to get you excited.
Yep.
So,
Here's your sizzle reel.
yep.
Is that all the trailers that aren't the big ones?
What are you considering the big ones? Is Godfall a big one?
Oh yeah, Godfall was in there. Sorry, that's not a game I'm remotely interested in, but it is a bigger one.
So-
for sure, they've been.
I don't
pushing
think I'd
it.
ever seen anything.
Oh really? They've been
I remember the
talking about
first
it for a
trailer
long
for it
time.
that they showed last summer
Yeah,
at
something
the
like that.
Game Awards.
Game Awards.
They
This
showed
was
it at
like
the Game
winter.
Awards.
I was not expecting it to get, I guess, to look like this.
Mhm.
What, terrible? I think that
Yeah.
game looks awful.
I think
Like,
that's-
even the freaking video they showed of gameplay was framing. And I was like, what?
I just remember the trailer being so long.
And it had, like, rap music over
Yeah.
it. And I was like,
Was this Mortal Kombat?
yeah, I was like, is Ed Boon coming out? Or, like, what is this? I was not impressed by it. I remember, like, the idea of it at the Game Awards was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, you know, a hacker-slasher version of a looter shooter, essentially. I was like, that could be really fun. And then this trailer comes out, and I'm like, ew. Ew. Like, I was like, what is this? I'm not at all interested. Like, it completely turned me off to this game.
Yeah.
And this is, like, one of their big launch ones, I think, too. Is, like, they're kind of pushing this one a little bit. I hope it works out for them.
I have other ones written down, but I honestly don't remember what they were.
What do you got?
Well, I was initially just writing them all down. I
Oh.
skipped over a couple. So. Do I need to talk about Gran Turismo 7?
That's their rival to Forza.
I don't care about either one.
Yeah. One trailer
real racing. Boo.
I think one of the coolest trailers was the Village, Resident Evil 8 trailer.
Oh yeah, that one.
I really liked the bait and switch title thing. I was like, oh, that's really cool. It's kind of clever, and interesting bringing Chris back as a bad guy. One of their main protagonists throughout the series is now evil. So I'd be interested to see, you know, what led to that decision. I won't play it. I'll read about it when it comes out, so I know the story. Because I do think the Resident Evil games are. I mean, there's 8 of them for a reason, and they're remaking all the old ones for a reason. They're good games, but puberty, man, it's a crazy thing.
Yeah, you guys will get through it eventually.
One day, I turned 28 this month,
Will
so
I
maybe
though?
then.
When does it start?
29.
Ah,
Got a whole nother year. No, but the Resident Evil Village trailer was pretty cool. And there was one other one that I really liked.
Demon's Souls.
Dude, I honestly,
Two possessive
I
plurals?
don't play the Souls games.
Was
but like,
that a Dark Souls?
it's Demon? Yeah, it's the first one. It's a remake
It's a
of the
remake.
original. Yeah.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I've never played them, never cared about them, but I saw that and I was like, wow, this looks like Dark Souls. And
This-
then Demon's Souls came, I was like,
What is this? Some crappy knockoff?
what?
Yeah, I honestly like it panned out and then like it showed the landscape and I was like, Elder Scrolls 6?
the thing for me was the dude like hammering the shield into the ground. I was like, this reminds me of a Dark Souls clip I saw once.
This is the other trailer I wanted to talk about, and it's at this point, I think I will die before this game is dead. That's Grand Theft Auto 5 being the first thing they showed for their whole event, which is the weirdest decision in my opinion. This game has now spanned 3 console generations. I am kind of both flabbergasted and annoyed.
It's the most
It's the most profitable game ever.
profitable media ever.
Yeah,
Out of
so
anything.
This is like them, like Skyrim was not as possible, but I think Skyrim has been on more things, and I think they're just trying to compete with that.
it's just so crazy to me. Like you open your PS5 reveal with the Rockstar logo,
Oh
and
my
everybody's
gosh.
like, "Oh, GTA 6, we're doing it," and then it's like Grand Theft Auto 5, 2021. I was like,
It was a
and then they showed nothing but
bizarre
PS4
choice.
footage.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
I was
'Cause
like-
up in the little corner, it was like PS4. I was like, wait, this is a PS5.
I was like,
right?
what? Did I miss something? So I thought that was an odd choice.
I'm waiting for the Skyrim trailer for Xbox Series X to open up.
Dude, that would be amazing.
You know I'm buying it.
What if they did that just to like?
Just to make fun of Sony.
Yeah.
And
Just
then-
kidding,
no,
this
no,
isn't actually
The
happening.
Skyrim logo comes up and then it goes, just kidding. And then it goes into a new trailer.
Yeah.
Like it's
Then it's a
backwards
Cyberpunk
compatible. It'll be
trailer.
on there, of course.
No. They start with the Skyrim trailer. They have a little, and then like halfway through, like as Skyrim comes up, it just like
It pans back. No, it should pan
it pan
back.
back, and you see that it's Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, that'd be dope.
And it's like a focus meeting of like the execs.
Yeah.
Like, so what should we call this one? This was the last one.
Skyrim 2.
No, I don't know. It was an odd choice to me to do that. I would prefer that game just kind of go away at this point.
Well, the controversy didn't stop there because the very next thing they showed was awesome, or at least
It was
seemed
it was
so.
incredible.
It was incredible. It was awesome. We got a Spider-Man Miles Morales
Yeah, this is the
thing.
so. Oh my god. So this trailer happens, right? And I text my wife and I go, "Well, guess I'm getting a PlayStation." And she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Spider-Man Miles Morales, full game, holiday 2020. I'm buying a PlayStation. Screw Xbox." And I'm sticking by it. I'm on it all day long. And then the controversy begins that this is actually just an expansion for a remaster of Spider-Man. And I'm like, well, screw PlayStation. I'm getting an Xbox. And then Insomniac's like, nope, it's a standalone game coming holiday 2020. I'm like, screw Xbox. I'm getting a PlayStation. And now I'm back at I don't know what I'm gonna do.
So it is its own standalone game.
Yep.
Built on the Spider-Man engine.
Right.
Right. So it's
So it's a PS4 game.
It's a PS4 game that's been enhanced for PS5. Did we get confirmation that it's PS5 only, or is
It sounds that way.
come to both?
Everything I've seen, it sounds
I think
that
it's
way.
I think it's a PS5 exclusive, but
That's
not. Ouch! Sorry, I didn't. I
Hey,
don't
you
have
know,
that.
at least they enhanced that haircut Miles had because that was bad.
Yeah, that was nice.
But the trailer was awesome, though.
It was good.
The freaking voiceover at the beginning, I was like getting emotional. I'm like, man, I love Miles Morales
And when the music
so
comes
much.
in and he's swinging through New York, just like, yeah.
Yeah, like I love Miles, the character, so much, and he deserves so much more than just like a expanded DLC.
He deserves his own 30-hour campaign.
Oh, 100%.
And
100%.
I'm still, even with it just like being, like they've been comparing it to Uncharted Lost Legacy. I've been hearing people comparing it to Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and stuff like that. It's its own game, but it's going to be small.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's probably going to be like 6 to 10 hours at most.
It outgrew DLC size. That's all
Yeah.
it is.
Like Lost Legacy was going to be DLC for Uncharted 4, and they're like, we can make money off this. It's, and I hear it's a good game. I still need to play it, but kind of sucks that Naughty Dog did that. It
Yeah.
should have just been expanded, put into the
The game.
Uncharted 4.
Or like if you're gonna do that, sell it for $30 or something.
Yeah.
Don't release it at the full $60 price point.
Yeah.
If Insomniac comes out and they're like, hey, we're gonna release this at $30 on PS4 and PS5, I'd be very happy, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll happily buy that. But if they're like $60 only on PS5, I'm like, well, F me, I guess.
Yeah. And I remember, like, we watched, well, we were all separate, but we were all watching this event, and we were like, oh, Miles Morales. And I was like,
Yeah, Luke
that's
called it.
that's going to be a ways away. And you're like, no, it said holiday 2020. I was like, there's no way
And then all this stuff
that
comes
a
out, and it's
game
like,
that
oh, that
big
makes sense.
can be made in, what, a year and a half?
Yeah.
Less?
Unless they were, the only way it could have happened is if they were making it side by side from the very beginning.
Yeah.
But
It's frustrating.
yeah,
I hope it's great.
My guess is it still will be great. It's just probably smaller than what most people want.
Yeah.
they better put some respect on my man Miles' name.
I cannot wait to see how they integrate his Venom strike.
Dude, they did the
And
invisibility too, and I was like,
Yeah.
what?
I'm really, really curious how they implement that into the combat.
Me too. This is the only trailer, like, there's another trailer that got me really, really excited, and I have not beat the first game for the other one. But, like,
Slapped.
Miles Morales is probably, it's not even a probably, he's my favorite Marvel character. So, like, him getting his own game to me was so exciting, only to be let down so hard when it's
You're
like,
getting
I'm
half a
getting
game.
a mini campaign of, it's like when I found out like what the Red Hood DLC was for Batman Arkham Knight. I was like so excited. I was like,
Two
oh,
and
it's
a
gonna be
half
dope. And
missions.
it's like 2 missions that aren't open world. And I was like, oh, that sucks.
Batgirl sounds good though.
Yeah, Batgirl stuff is pretty good. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
The best part of the entire show though, this is where Luke was getting real giddy.
I thought of you and Brendan immediately.
It was probably 2 seconds into the trailer.
We all knew
there
this was
just
coming
a
though.
landscape of like an ocean or something,
Yeah.
and the music starts coming. I was like, "This is Horizon Zero Dawn sequel."
I just like when you did that, I immediately thought of like the Shaq thing on Hot Wings. He's just like
Yeah, so Horizon.
Luke was like type
the
and type.
Forbidden West.
Forbidden
The
West.
Forbidden West.
Forbidden West.
We go into the Wilder.
Yeah, we're going all the way to San Francisco. It's as far as the
Yes.
map goes, and first game is like in Colorado. You
Yeah.
can go to Mile High.
Yeah, you can find Mount High in the game. It's kind of cool.
That's dope.
So Horizon Zero Dawn is one of my favorite games. It's a super awesome world, great combat, which is designed around trapping and not just around fighting. It's pretty strategic. Shut up, cat. I'm talking about Horizon. Yeah, it's one of my favorite games. It's gorgeous. It is a gorgeous
Hey
game.
there.
And this one just looks like so much better, and I can't wait. I was like losing my mind during this trailer, man. I've watched it a couple times.
It's a good trailer. As someone who is like, I'm really, I still don't have PS4, but I really want to get one at some point, find one for cheap, and I want to play Last of Us. I want to play Horizon. Those are like the games.
God of War.
God of War. That I know I need to play, and then I see this trailer, and I'm like, oh, I got to do it even faster now
So
because well, it's not coming out till 2021
Oh, it'll be a while.
or 2022.
I would guess 2. I
Did
know
you
the first
see-
game came out in like February or March of 17.
Did you see
I wouldn't be surprised if they go for 2022 of
Yeah,
February timeframe?
Q1. Yeah.
yeah.
Did you see Ashley Birch, who voices Aloy? Aloy tweeted like, "Well, guess we're going to the West." It's kind of cool.
It's
I
so
follow
awesome.
her
I
because
love
she's
it
a really
when
good voice.
voice
What if-
actors really care about.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
like, the
she's
characters.
awesome. I don't know
So
if you've ever
cool.
seen her other stuff. She's really good.
Yeah, one of my favorite video game worlds. And oh man, that woolly mammoth robot. dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Water
this
robots.
seems like a forward progression in a lot of video games. Always to seem like let's go underwater, and I feel like this one makes sense.
Yeah.
You can add a lot of worlds. You can, oh my gosh, I'm just thinking of like the Loch Ness monster dinosaur or the mastodon dinosaur or a mosasaur from like Jurassic World. It's like a robot. And it's
yeah.
like, oh my gosh, instead of just alligator.
Great
Man, I
white
can take those
robot.
things out so quick.
Great white robot, dude.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so excited for this game.
So you're going to Alcatraz, right?
Oh my gosh. I did not even think about it. That'll probably be the DLC.
There's gonna be a settlement.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be a settlement for sure. And you have to swim out there across the dangerous waters.
Hey, look, there's Clint Eastwood's skeleton. He in that movie, right?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man, I can't wait. That was the ultimate.
It was
part
the
of reveal
showstopper
me.
for you, wasn't
After that, I didn't care really about anything that came before, anything after. They revealed the PS5, and it's like, cool, it's slim and sexy. I like it. And I was like, let's go watch the Horizon trailer.
You mentioned slim and sexy. You're right. One thing we forgot to mention earlier is that they actually showed off two.
Yeah, two consoles.
PS5s. There's the PS5, and then there's the digital PS5 that does not have a disc. reader in
No
it.
disc
Digital
tray.
edition.
No hump on the side. This is the Lockhart for Xbox.
We're kind of expecting the same thing from Xbox. What does this tell you about the
I hope it looks like
price
a
of
donut.
this console?
It's gonna be 500 or more.
Yeah, $4.99 or more.
Yeah, I think.
I'm trying to make it sound better.
Yeah, it's probably 600 range.
I think it might be pushing 600. There was an interview this weekend or earlier today that I saw, that was with PlayStation, and they were talking about it, about value versus price, right? So like you understand that you have
Opportunity
try and
cost.
keep price low, but the value might drive that price higher. And they said they were kind of making it sound like maybe the value was more important than the price right now, especially when they were announcing 2 consoles, because you can release one at $399 or $450. You can release one at $600, and you can say, well, like, yeah, but this one's worth it. But if you're really strapped for cash, you can always get the digital one.
Yeah. I just think the price game is so annoying to me. Like, because I think Sony was gonna reveal their price and just chose not to instead. They're just like, yeah, no, we won't. Because Xbox is totally waiting on it.
Oh yeah.
Xbox is gonna play the long game. They're gonna wait as long as they have to.
Rumors are that Phil Spencer has on authority from Microsoft CFO and CEO to undercut Sony no matter what.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Smart. Do it.
Absolutely. They're gonna wait. We're not gonna find out till a week before it comes out. And I'm gonna be like, man, I was $20 short in my piggy bank.
I got that in my wallet right now.
Please
Oh
pre-order.
well, yeah, but I got a separate fund that
Please
I'm
pre-order.
putting together.
We're not giving you a price. Just give us your credit card. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, how do you even pre-order? Like, you can't.
You don't.
Get on the phone, call Philip.
You know
Call
Phil,
Phil
right?
up.
I know Phil.
Call Philip up. Be like, I want an Xbox, please. Yeah, that's nicely.
Yeah.
$5, please.
Which version would you guys get?
Of the PlayStation?
Of both.
So here's where I kind of land on the digital stuff. So Xbox, I think I'm gonna buy the top of the line console. PlayStation, I'm more likely to buy the digital.
I'm torn. I would normally completely agree with you, except that
You know what Xbox games you like.
no. I know that I can probably go get a cheap version of those games that I mentioned earlier. Like, if I don't manage to get my hands on a PS4, I want to play The Last of Us Part 1.
You're gonna have to get a disc.
Do I have to buy it? I had to buy it digitally on PlayStation. And even if it's on sale, it's not going to be as cheap as if I walk over to GameStop.
Pick it up
They
out of the
ever
$5.
reopen and get
They're
it out
open.
of the $5. I know, but they're a dying.
Yeah. That's
Dying
why I
brand.
lean towards digital.
Right.
Because
So
physical sales are so low now.
it really just depends on the price difference. If it's as small as
$50.
$50, no, I'll spend the extra 50 to
Yeah.
have the disc reader. If it's $100, I'll probably lean more towards digital.
Yeah.
I think my thing is what if with a disc, you always have it.
Mm-hmm.
What if they decide to shut down servers for older games? I only have digitally. I think that'd be a huge bummer. And obviously, that'd be down the line.
Right.
Clearly. But,
Yeah.
I mean, still.
No, for sure.
Like, I can go play my GameCube games right now.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. But, like, what if I bought a game digitally, but they're like, oh, nope, you can't download this anymore. It's not available on the store because we shut down the servers for it. It's like, oh,
I think
that's great.
I
Because I feel like
approach-
digitally, you don't really own it forever. Like you were talking,
Technically, you don't own.
like we were talking about buying
Yeah,
movies.
you have a
earlier.
license to use
Technically,
it.
you don't own it if you buy it physically either. You're licensing it. That's the real tricky thing. No one's ever gonna enforce that kind of a rule, right? Like they're not gonna come around and knock on your door and be like,
Take
"Hey,
your games?
I hear you got a copy of Horizon Zero Dawn in there."
Dude, I need to go do that and be like, hey, you got a copy of that NCAA 14? That's not $180?
Yeah. So
I got one in my wallet right now.
I think I approach gaming differently than I do even movies, because movies is more of a you buy the thing and then you're done. Like, it's done. games are constantly evolving these days. I don't know the last game I've played that didn't have some sort of an update or whatnot.
Day one patches are like
So-
all the rage.
Here's the other thing. I bought the Division 2 digitally.
You got burned by
You
that.
did.
I can't get my money back on that.
Yeah, that's true. Not at all.
I can't even sell it on Amazon
Right.
or anything.
Right.
I think that's another big thing. Like if I buy a game, like if I buy Horizon Zero Dawn, Forbidden West,
Yeah.
and it's absolute trash. It runs horribly. The combat is nothing like the first one. It's horrible. It's horrible. This won't happen. And I'm just so mad, and I want to sell it, but I got it digitally. Nope.
You're stuck with it.
You're out
yeah.
$65. Sorry, kid.
$70. Console games going up, guaranteed.
Oh, shucks. $75. I'm going taxi.
They're gonna have to offset for those price cuts on the consoles.
Yep.
Boo.
They'll be like, yeah, we're gonna sell it at $350, but the games are now $80. Like what? Just sell it for $500. Keep it at $60. Yeah, I don't know. I would probably go the digital route on PlayStation.
Lepke, you're in the chat.
Hi, Lepke.
Digital or disc in terms of which version would you get of either a PlayStation or an Xbox? I'm curious. Yeah.
Him and I game share.
Oh,
So he'd say digital.
digital.
Yeah.
Ooh, what if game
We're gonna
sharing's
see.
gone?
That's what I'm kind of worried that game sharing is gone in the next generation. If anybody's going to
know.
leave it in, it'll be Xbox.
Yeah.
PlayStation will be like, we're not going to do it this time, and then they'll add it later.
PlayStation already doesn't do it. If you get caught, your account gets banned.
What's really
really?
interesting.
I just haven't got caught yet.
Do we need to edit this out?
No, leave it in. It's fine.
Okay.
No, I think what's
Okay, not enough people watching.
We're good. We're good.
no, one of the interesting things is they've already kind of confirmed that like the Xbox Series X UI and all that stuff is going to stay the same across generations now.
Cool with me. I like the Xbox interface.
It's just going to be
PlayStation's
snappier.
get a UI overhaul.
Well,
I saw that today.
They need it.
they need it is what I've heard.
I hate the PlayStation
Let me scroll
interface.
right for 3 days.
I just hate the party interface. Like getting in a party on PlayStation is the most aggravating thing in the world.
Ooh, I've never done it.
Drives me insane.
Single player. Yeah, Lepke says Xbox Game Share makes digital much more enticing.
Absolutely.
So
I agree.
my guess is Game Share is not going away anytime soon.
Phil Spencer wants everybody to play together, so
Yep.
that's going to be their thing.
Yep.
It wouldn't surprise me if they came out and they were like, yeah, game share. I mean, they pretty much do it with families.
Yeah.
They encourage it family-wise, so.
What if they up it? You can, like, you can put your account on 4 Xboxes. You can all share. Yeah, play.
Dude, yes.
Family accounts.
Yes. It won't happen, but that would be amazing.
That would be amazing. It'll be interesting to see how they
Family accounts for Game Pass.
if they do
That's
something. Oh, family accounts for Game Pass. Is that not a thing?
Game
I
Pass
don't-
works. Lepke has Game Pass. I also have Game
Okay,
Pass.
see that's
Yeah.
what I thought. I thought that was.
But like, you can put it on like multiple.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
more than just the 2.
Gotcha. Sure. No, yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that does evolve with new consoles coming out. People who already have 2 and might still want to hold on to both of them, but get a third one.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? Oh, any final thoughts on PlayStation?
I like video games.
I like.
How would you rate the
It's fanboy worthy.
Fanboy worthy?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, actually,
I don't know.
It's a
Tough.
Matthew McConaughey because they put GTA 5 at the very beginning. You lose points.
Yeah,
for
but
that.
they ended it with Horizon Forbidden West.
True. It's a
They
fanboy
ended
worthy.
strong.
Fanboy worthy. It's not about how you start; it's how you finish.
That's right. They had us in the first half.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like they fumbled that,
Yeah, they
kickoff,
they dropped the kickoff,
but
but
they
they
picked it back up
and ran it in.
and instantly got like a nice like down the field
Yeah.
throw with that Spider-Man thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They dropped the ball early, fumbled the first snap of the game, picked up a nice 25-yarder. It's like, okay, yeah, we're feeling it.
the end zone.
The end zone was the end of the show.
Listen,
for sure.
life's a game of inches. I don't know the rest.
Oh man, that's such a good speech. I thought you were gonna do it. I was gonna let you go.
I've seen the movie once.
I watched that movie recently.
Well, based on the amount of news, I didn't ask for any Fanbox questions this week.
I think we
knew
got
would
one,
have
though.
A lot to talk about. Did we?
I think
Over
we got
in
one.
in Twitter.
Yeah.
Well, let me pull that up.
Oh, my
Thank
hair's
goodness.
puffy.
Maybe someone. Was it the best
Yep.
Spider-Man suit? Ooh, okay.
I think it's
Or
Best Spider-Man.
Best Spider-Man, yes. So this is from at DJ Toel1?
DJ Tolley.
Deej. We're just gonna call him Deej.
His name's DJ.
DJ. Okay.
He's a homie. What's up, man?
So from
Thanks, DJ.
DJ asks, who's the best Spider-Man? Tom Holland,
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire, or Andrew Garfield? Sorry, that's not in like the chronological order.
Shamik Moore.
Yeah, Shamik Moore for sure.
It's just in the order that they were pictured.
Yep.
So.
I like my answer.
Shamik Moore.
He voices Miles in
Okay.
Into the
Yeah.
Spider-Verse.
Okay. Fair.
Out of those three,
What about Donald Glover? He voices Miles in Ultimate Spider-Man.
And in the future, PS5 game.
It's Donald Glover? Oh, I was about to say, what?
There would have been a lot more reaction from me in that trailer if we'd have been like, oh my gosh, we predicted this.
If he'd have been like, $5, please, I'd have been like, oh, that's Donald Glover.
Out of those three, Tom Holland. I am not a fan of Tobey Maguire in general. I think Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker and Spider-Man is definitely the worst. Couldn't connect really at all. I thought the first movie was good. I really don't like his Peter Parker. He's too cool. He's the cool kid.
Yes.
I think Tom Holland's Peter Parker is just nerdy enough and shy enough.
He's got a little
be-
bit.
to
He's got
really
like
good.
a little bit of insecurity.
Yeah, and it's really good, especially in this day and age. I think he plays a high schooler really well.
At 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I think he plays the quippy Spider-Man really well too. The only thing where I think it gets kind of more frustrating is the Stark connections instead of the Uncle Ben and kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's my least favorite part of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. But I do think he's the best of those three. Helt said he's, I don't want to say he's in the better movies, but none of his movies have
Spider-Man
been bad.
2 is
Spider-Man
lit.
2 is really good.
Yeah.
But I actually liked Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. I kind of think of him like PlayStation Spider-Man. Like he's just older. Like if they wouldn't
That might be my favorite Spider-Man.
Yeah, well, yeah, Yuri Lowenthal's Spider-Man
He
is
was really good.
fantastic.
Him and Jimmy Moore.
I think if they'd have
that
just
his
made
name?
Shamik Moore, yes.
Okay.
If they had just made Andrew Garfield older, like just let him be an older Spider-Man who's already been kind of
Put him in
seasoned.
college.
Yeah, like I think it would have been great. I actually saw, it's really weird that this question popped up. I saw a thing the other day, it was like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man would have really fit the MCU, like as an older Spider-Man. And I was like, would it though? And then I kind of thought about it and I was like, actually, yeah, he probably would have really fit because he's pretty, does everything on his own, kind of builds all his own stuff. Like I think it would have been really cool.
I think he would have fit in because he's very much like
The rest of them?
the other
Yeah.
heroes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and so I think he would have fit in. I do think I like the change of pace with Tom Holland being his Spider-Man being that like a new kid on the block and like, hey Mr. Stark, am I doing the right thing?
That is my least favorite thing to hear in Marvel movies. Hey, Mr. Stark.
Have you seen Dope?
I've not seen Dope.
You should watch Dope.
Isn't that Rick Famuyiwa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Moore. That movie's good.
Nice.
I should watch that movie.
I'll throw my hat in.
You gonna be a Tobey Maguire guy because you're the old one?
I'm gonna be a Tobey Maguire guy. I think his first two movies are fantastic.
They are really good.
Yeah.
They're really good.
They're so good. And while I don't necessarily love his Peter Parker, it's not bad.
I am Jane.
I think it's still.
I'm a 28-year-old in high school.
Yeah, his age is probably the thing that I struggle with.
Honestly, I kind of forgive him for that. That was still in the day and age where you didn't get high schoolers
To act.
to act.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You just, these old kids were in high school. That's how it worked back then.
The important part was that you surround them with people who all look about that same age, and they did that.
Yeah.
So it worked.
Yeah.
But
But I really love Tom Holland as well, and Andrew Garfield I think is fine. I don't know. I don't think any of them are bad.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're all at least entertaining. Maybe Spider-Man 3.
Entertaining.
I don't know.
We will blame that one on
dance
Sony.
Let's just blame it on Sony.
The dance scene was worth it.
It was something.
Yeah, it was.
It was. So, Luke, you want to dance us out of here?
No,
You should though.
I don't want to.
Okay, well, thank you for watching and listening to this episode of What the Fanboy,
Podcast show thing.
the podcast, the show, the one and the only. We'll see you guys next week, where I hope to have a review or at least impressions on a very anticipated game.
Yeah, Last of Us Part 2,
Last of Us
baby.
Part 2. So,
Yeah. In the
wait
meantime,
to
go
know
read
that.
Brett's Disintegration review.
Yeah,
thanks, yes.
definitely.
yeah, whatthefanboy.com has all of our links for like everything. So if you want to like, oh, I didn't realize that this was a YouTube show, I want to subscribe there. You can like go to whatthefanboy.com, you can click on the YouTube thing, you can subscribe there. If you're watching on YouTube and you're like, oh, this would be way more convenient to listen to in the car via podcast, whatthefanboy.com/podcasts. Where do you want to listen to us? You can find it there.
Yep.
Boom.
And sub. So and then all of our reviews are there as well as some of our other little things that we haven't done in a while thanks to pandemic.
And moving.
And moving. But we'll hopefully kind
There's a
of
lot going on.
get
Yeah.
the ball rolling on those again here at some point.
Absolutely.
But until next week, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys.
Peace.